for clicking on this video. The point of this channel is to make sure you get the most out of your Intex Excursion 5 or whatever inflatable boat or raft you're using. Subscribe and check out our other videos. We have all kinds of videos showing how these rafts do in choppy water, calm water, just in everyday use. But today I want to go over some information about putting in a hardwood floor. There's a lot of videos on YouTube of people doing that. I've been using these boats from the Seahawk to the Excursion for 6 years. I've never had a hardwood floor in it. The advantages of it, of course, is that you can stand up easily, whereas if you don't have it, standing up is like walking on a waterbed. So the hardwood floor is one more thing to carry around with you, one more thing to bring down to the dock when you're setting up the boat, and it's heavy. And the most importantly, one great aspect about the Intex Excursion is its ability to roll over choppy water. You may have seen our other videos of rolling over water, but for everyday use, if a boat passes by you, you'll be able to just roll right over them, take them head on, and not have to worry about having a choppiness or a rough ride. But it also comes down to what you want to use it for. If you're going to fish, yeah, it's going to be a great idea to put a hardwood floor in. I've even seen some people just put plywood in the back end and put a camping chair in there in the back so they can steer and stand up and fish. But if you're just going to set up the excursion to go out on a long day journey and have go exploring, you don't need it. It's very comfortable just sitting like this. Another thing to consider though is while you're thinking about what you'll use it for is where to put the battery. If you're going to use it for fishing and put hardwood floor in, you'll see that some guys will put a battery in the seat in the middle. In our case, I just extended the cable, the motor cable, and then put the battery in here. This gives the boat some stability, so it's not so lopsided. Or you can just put the battery next to you if you're going to be just exploring. If you're fishing, that might cause some problems. But that's just some things to consider. Alright, so if you do decide to extend the cable from your motor to the battery in the center of the raft, there's a couple options you have. First, as far as length goes, mine is 8 feet 8 inches. And that's from here to the very end of the cable. That's enough slack for the cable to reach the center of the raft and allow the motor to spin 360 degrees and up and down without putting any stress on the wire itself. As far as extending it goes, there's two options. I did it the hard way. Take a look at this chart here. It's going to tell you what kind of gauge wire you need depending on the length you're going to extend it. Realistically, you'll probably be able to just use 10 gauge. I use a little thicker 8 gauge just because I had it laying around. And so to solder it, you're going to cut off that ring terminal that the motor probably came with or did come with, and then you're going to solder this end to the extended wire you had, depending whatever length it is. That's the hard way. And once you do that, then you have to put some new ring terminals back on the other end of that extended wire. The easy way though is to buy that extension kit from Newport Vessels that I found. It looks like rather than soldering, you're just going to be bolting the ring terminal on the extended wire to the stock wire, wrapping in duct tape or electrical tape, and you're done. That's going to be a much easier way, especially if you don't know how to solder or have the gear to do it. Second, when you do decide how you're going to connect that new extended wire to the battery, like I said before, I recommend just getting a Newport Vessel or mid-coated battery box because it has posts like this but with thumb screws on the end, so you just take them off, put the ring terminal straight on there, and then screw it back on. I say that because if you don't have something like that and you're going straight to the battery, it can be a pain in the neck to that when there's waves are crashing up against the raft, it's moving up and down. It's just much easier to have something already set up for you. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. Please check out our website, motorfloating.com, and subscribe for more.